ears shut, but I remember he was kind and generous. That's what I don't understand. How does someone like that commit murder? Maybe it's as my father says. Once we give in to our vices, it spreads like rot, but I don't know. I want to understand.
Are you certain it was him?
The guard said the man had a tattoo on the right side of his face. It's him.
Why do you want to get involved with this?
He may be an outcast, but he was once one of my people. I suppose I feel responsible for bringing him to justice. More than that, I need to know. I need to look him in the eyes and ask how. Why? And if he really is heading for the steps, I know the land. I could help catch him faster than the guard could.
This is really bothering you, isn't it?
I've always thought maybe our laws were too harsh, but then this happens, and to me, it proves why we need them. At the very least, I want to help make it right.
Okay, we'll head back to the Howling Steps as soon as we can.
Thank you. Taking care of this will set my mind at ease. Yes, General?
Thanks for the chat.
Of course. Listen for the storm.
I want more focus. A lot more focus. Oh, you Iria.
What are you reading?
Forever.
A letter?
What? It's nothing.
All right. But if you need to talk, I'm here.
Well, actually, I could use a friendly ear. Sure you want to hear this, General? This won't be as fun as our last talk.
Yes. Tell me.
Fair enough. Someone died. My former husband, Lauren.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. But first Tahar, and now him. Fate has a messed up sense of humor.
I didn't even know you were married.
Well, I never told anyone. Lauren and I, that was 8 years ago. 2 years after I fled Finn and Mir, and 4 years before I met Tahar.
Why did you flee Fanon Mir? I meant to ask you, but I never got the chance.
Long story. Suffice it to say that I trusted the wrong people.
All right. You were a vagabond before you joined Tahar, weren't you?
Yes, I was. A traveling healer.
I see. So who was Lauren? How did you meet?
In the woods of Highmark. He was a forester. I had made camp in a clearing, but must have eaten something bad for dinner. Because when I woke up the next day, I had terrible stomach cramps. I tried to push on, but I couldn't even move without throwing up. So instead, I spent the whole day lying in my tent, puking my guts out. The problem was, my provisions were almost gone, and I was severely dehydrated.
And I guess Lauren found you?
Found me, took me to his village, and nursed me back to health. When I had fully recovered, he offered to let me stay, and that I did. For 2 years.
Just like that?
No, not just like that. But if I were to tell you the whole story, we'd still be sitting here by dawn. It simply felt right. I don't know how else to say it.
And you got married?
After a year, yes. You see, Lauren was a good man. One of these incredibly honest, genuine people who wear their hearts on their sleeves. Simply because they have nothing to hide. He was kind, caring, and beautiful. And though he knew he didn't have much to offer materially, he laid what he had at my feet. And all of that even though I wasn't even a good match. An exiled elf. A vagrant, a mage. There were plenty of other women he could have been with. But he wanted me. I still don't get it, to be honest.
So, what happened between you?
Well, one day I woke up with a strange feeling. As though all of a sudden there was a huge leaden weight on my shoulders. Everything felt so alien, so wrong. Our bed, the flowers he had brought me the day before, everything. Even Lauren himself. I wanted to tell him, but for some reason, the mere thought of it turned my stomach. So I left. I wrote him a letter, packed my things, and I left.
And you have absolutely no idea where that feeling came from?
No. I've thought about it a lot, but all I've come up with are guesses.
Such as?
I'd rather not go into detail. I'm sorry.
How could you do that to him? Leaving without saying a word?
I don't know, Arif. I just don't know. But staying, it just wasn't an option. It would have smothered me, dramatic as that may sound. And please don't think this came easy for me. On the contrary, I spent the next few months doing nothing but crying. I know it doesn't make it any better, but that's how it was.
And that's the end of the story? You left and never went back?
Well, I did go back to Auchendale 3 years later. He was with a new woman, and she was expecting.
Must have felt strange.
It did at first, yeah. But ultimately, I'm glad that he was able to move on. He deserved happiness.
I see. And how did he die? Who wrote that letter?
A mercenary that I hired some weeks ago. I had been thinking of him a lot after Tahar's death, and wanted to make sure he was okay, which, as it turns out, he wasn't. He got bit by a rabid wolf while he was out in the woods.
Ooh.
This might be a stupid question, but how do you feel?
Lost, I guess. I know Lauren probably loathed me for what I did, but up to this day I had always felt as though he was still there. And now he's gone. And I never even found the courage to explain why I left or to apologize. You remind me of him somehow. You know that? You're good. The world is filled with selfish fools, but you're not one of them.
Let's see.
What makes you think that?
I just do. You know, I've been with men and women since, but I always seem to cling to only the ones who don't love me. To the ones who do, like Lauren. I'm like poison. Good thing we're just friends, isn't it?
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Never mind. I need some time now, okay? I'll be ready when duty calls. Ah, Arev! Look what I found.
Brandy?
Not just any brandy. The brandy. Vintage 44-412. Right from Windholm's finest distilleries. Rara gave it to me.
Okay.
Well, someone looks happy today. What's the occasion?
Hey, we found a tool to identify the corrupted, didn't we? And since Wraith is all busy preparing for that ritual, we might as well kick back in the meantime. And also, never mind.
All right, give me a sip.
What, here? No way. Come on, I know a good spot.
Atop the mammoth stronghold of Greykeep sits King's Vantage, a gathering.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Wraith can be quite the iceberg sometimes. Honestly, I still don't know what to make of him sometimes. He just seems so detached from everything.
He's been through a lot.
I know. Tell me, Arev, do you think it'll work? Are we going to stop Jakku just by hunting down the corrupted?
Well, so far the Aliani prophecy has been accurate, and it's our best bet.
And yet you sound optimistic. I like that about you, Arev. I always imagine the worst. You know, That day before the battle on the Golden Road, when Tahar set out to crush the Purity once and for all, I was frightened to death. I didn't show it, but I was. The thought that so many lives rested on our shoulders, it crushed me. And now here we are again, caught up in some cosmic scheme that might end with the destruction of our world. It's depressing. Helen's reigns. Why did I even bring this up? This was meant to be a fun time.
A good conversation is fun, at least for me.
True. Still, let's get back to the drinking part. Here, take... Oh, shit. The bottle's empty.
I'll find us another one.
I don't know. Come to think of it, the headache will be bad enough as it is. Listen, there's something I wanted to ask you. Kaiau. How do you feel about him?
What do you mean, how do I feel?
Oh, come on, Erev. I've heard how you talk to each other. Are you just exploring all your options? Or do you feel something more?
Oh my god. Why do you ask me this question now? I'm not ready.
We're friends. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, I've been thinking a lot, and... Ellen's reigns. I'm so bad at this.
I think it's cute.
At least you're having fun. I like you, Erev. I did since the moment I saw you on the Keep's bridge, with that lost look on your face. I just enjoy being around you, and I feel as though we're connected. Not to mention that you're, quite easy on the eyes.
Wait, what does that do?
Do you really think this is a good idea, after what happened to Lauren?
I don't see what Lauren has to do with this.
Well, the feeling's mutual. You're also very easy on the eyes.
Oh, so it's all about the looks, huh? Ellen's reigns, aren't we superficial creatures?
Sorry, that came out wrong. I like you too, Iria. Well, you've become important to me.
Funny, isn't it? I was hoping you'd say that. I wanted it so much. And now here I am without the slightest idea what I should say.
Then don't say anything.
Oh my god. We're just gonna go. We are just gonna have
Look who's
sex.
awake.
Alright, cool.
Rise and shine, Miss Easy on the Eyes.
Iria? What time is it?
Early. Don't worry, we've still got plenty of time until Wraith's ritual. How do you feel, Erev?
I couldn't feel any better.
Glad to hear that. Thank you. For last night, I mean. It really meant something to me.
It did to me too. What now, though?
Good question. I know this may sound odd, but do you mind if we keep this open?
Yes.
At least for now.
Oh no. And here I had already named our kids.
Now you've got me curious. I'd love to stay a bit longer, but I think we should pay the Wolf Chamber a visit, don't you? Just to make sure the Queen doesn't think the Dark Crescent sent an assassin after us. Though you should probably put some clothes on first. I like the look, but it doesn't exactly add to your authority.
Okay. Well, we successfully had sex with 2 of our party members.
Ugh.
Only 3 more
Why
to
is
go.
everything still spinning?
See you later.
See ya.
I think she's glitched. She keeps saying the same line over and over.
General, come for a chat?
I'll be going.
So long.
Alright.
The Throne Hall, the inviolable inner sanctum of Greykeep. Here lies Nortender's seat of power, the seat from which her sovereign strikes a...
Hey, we're keeping this relationship open. 'Cause, you know.
Yes, General?
Thanks for the chat.
Of course. Listen for the storm.
Let's go talk to Iria again. Her picture changed. She looks much prettier than the previous picture. Just saying. I'm pretty sure her picture changed. I don't remember her looking like that. Well, in this game, she didn't
Hey.
change after we had sex.
Need something?
How do you feel about us?
What are you trying to say? Is something bothering you?
Well, I was just wondering if you still wanted to keep things open.
For now, yeah. And please, don't think this means something is wrong. It's just how I am. I need time to adjust.
Would you like to spend some time together?
I'd love to. But I don't think now is the best time, do you? We've got a mission to prepare for. But hey, how's this? Once all this mess is taken care of, we make a run for it. Just a fortnight, then we'll come back.
Where to?
Into the blue, just the two of us. That is, if the world still exists by then.
We'll make sure of that. I'll see you around, and, stay safe.
You too.
I want games like this to one day remove dialogue choices when you've exhausted it.
There you are. Finally. We did as you asked. Seems you were right. The intelligence have claimed the two bodies you described.
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, you're not.
Here's your money. You can go.
Wait, you're Skadar? My friend told me.
You can go, bloody amateurs.
What was that about? He mentioned bodies? The intelligence?
My son and my wife, yes. I never properly buried them after the Bloodburn took them. I hired this fool and his friend to investigate a rumor. Apparently, the intelligence recently started combing villages that were affected by it.
Combing them for what?
Bodies. For necromancy and study. In other words, my son and my wife are probably serving the Exalted Father's mages as undead slaves now.
What do you plan on doing?
Nothing. There's nothing I can do.
How come you didn't bury them?
There was no time. Also, I was in no state to think clearly.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. Anyway, you're probably here for the ritual, aren't you?
Yes. Are you ready to perform it?
I am. Just tell me when.
General.
No point postponing the inevitable any longer. Let's perform the ritual.
Okay.
As you enter the Hall of Justice, a queasy feeling arises in your stomach. Part nervousness, part premonition. Whether it's from the immense energy radiating off the turquoise staff Wraith carries wrapped in an embroidered piece of cloth, or because of the significance of this place, you cannot say. This is where Rondar Lacane started Jakku by letting the God of Light enter our world. And it's here that you'll put an end to it.
Good. I think I'm ready.
Then do it. Find the corrupted.
I will.
Tiara's breath. That energy. Wraith, can you see them?
I'm trying. Yes. Yes, there's one. That's her. That's the masked woman.
Where is she? Where are they hiding?
I'm still... Nor's claws. She's here, General. The masked woman is here.
What? What the?
No! No! She's draining! Ah!
Rich harvest. Deal with them.
Sleepers!
I think we did it. It's over.
And the Jade Staff is gone.
But no. How did she get into the keep? And what did she do?
That's a damn good question.
She redirected the energy from the ritual into the Horde of Souls. That's what she did. As to how she got in here, no idea. There are supposed to be protection runes that prevent people from teleporting in and out of the keep whenever they feel like it. There must be...
The Crescent! They've infiltrated the fortress!
Of course. To the Queen, quick!
Yes?
As you reach King's Vantage, you find it in a state of chaos. 3 Wolfguard fight 2 sleepers under the pavilion, and a group of soldiers struggle with a pack of siphoned harrying them. Adrenaline lending you speed, you make for the throne room.
To the Queen! Quick!
Your Majesty.
They are dead.
Is that
Commander Reinhold.
the commander who led the caravan that got ambushed? He's behind this?
Behind what? Talk to me, General. What happened in the Hall of Justice?
A lot.
So the staff is destroyed? And we still do not know the identities or whereabouts of the corrupted.
Well, I saw something. But the memory is gone. We can only hope that it comes back.
Even if it does, the staff's energy filled the Horde of Souls to the brim. Whatever the Crescent is planning to do with it, they'll do it a lot sooner than expected.
And you let them in. You let the masked woman into Greykeep.
That's correct, Your Majesty. I did.
Why?
Do you really have to ask? Because you betrayed me first.
Betrayed? Wait. This is about the Golden Road incident? Because the Queen demoted you?
Demoted? You discarded me. I would have given my life for the crown, but you threw me away like an old pair of boots. And all because I messed up once and left that bloody caravan unguarded.
The Golden Road was not the first of your failures.
We all make mistakes. Except they earned some people in this room a position in the Wolf Guard, and others one in the gutter.
Aye, so tragic. In other words, an early pension was reason enough for you to sell us out to the Crescent.
I would have sold you out to a horde of the undead if they'd made me the same offer. I don't give a damn about the masked woman, the corrupted, or that stupid Jakku. I did this because I wanted to see this bloody fortress burn. And they were my best bet.
Unconscious. What now, Your Majesty? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like we're well and truly done for.
Not yet. First of all, we need to take care of the attackers. Teleport runes don't reach that far, so the masked woman must still be nearby. Possibly at one of the Crescent's hideouts.
They might have set up camp near Greyfell. If so, we might still catch them.
Them and the Horde of Souls. Mobilize the guard as fast as you can, then head to the Golden Road. We will make sure all the assassins are dealt with in the meantime.
Understood. We won't fail you.
New bounties available. Cool.
What do we have?
General, do you have a moment? I wanted to talk.
What is it?
I wanted your opinion on something. Catras, my brother. What do you make of him?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
I see. Here's what I find odd. I believe him. Yes, he tries to hide it behind his jokes, but his whole story about having realized his mistake and trying to repent, I think he's telling the truth. Catras has changed.
What makes you so certain?
Everything. I know Catras, and I believe I can tell when he's lying, and this time, he isn't.
But why is that bothering you? Isn't that a good thing?
It is for our cause. But it has made me, well, question some of my beliefs. Catras had always been rebellious, even back in the communes when we were still children. If he hadn't been such an excellent warrior and a natural leader, the elders would have cast him out more than once. Bottom line, his betrayal of the realm, this mercenary group of his, the Deathmen, none of it surprised me, not in the least. Nor did the fact that he decided to ally himself with Lacane, a genocidal fanatic. He was born a pragmatist, and I was always convinced he'd die one. Yet here he is, putting his own life and the lives of his men on the line for a good cause.
I agree. It's a strange development.
It is. What I'm wondering is, provided that such a change of heart is possible, how does one bring it about? Willpower and conscious thought? Resolutions?
Catras is right outside on King's Vantage. Why don't you just ask him yourself?
Thank you, but I'm not in the mood for a stupid quip. Also, we're not on the best of terms, as you may have noticed by now.
Good question. I guess change always starts in your head. All you need is the willpower to see it through. This really is bothering you, isn't it? May I ask why?
Just... never mind. Thanks for your time, General. I appreciate it. Ah, General. Do you have a moment? I wanted to talk.
What is it?
I wanted your opinion on something.
What?
Catras, my
Hard to say.
trustworthy. Here's what I find odd.
But why is that bothering?
Yet here he is, putting his own life and the lives of his men on the line for a good...
Well, sometimes people change. I guess that's all there is to it.
What I'm wondering is, provided that such a change of heart is possible...
Good question. This really...
just... never... General.
Okay, good.
I'll be going.
Sure.
That was weird.
Stay close. Huh. Interesting.
Atop the mammoth stronghold of Greykeep sits King's Vantage, a
What do you mean, no? You have to send someone.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, I'm sure he'll turn up.
No, you don't understand. I demand to speak to your superior.
Something that might spark your interest.
Oh, Splintered Jade Staff. Attacks per second, infinite? What does that even mean?
Good choice.
What's going on here?
Oh, General. Beg your pardon. I was just...
A general? Guardians be praised. You could do something.
I was just telling...
More excuses. My son, Aston, is in danger and the guard won't send someone to find him.
Ma'am, as I've already told you, that's not something the Royal Army does.
Why do you think your son is in danger?
That foolish boy is always running off to have adventures. It's nonsense, but this last time he waved some strange, dusty amulet in front of my face, which he apparently found here in Greykeep, and that he would use it to save the world with his friends. I forbid him to leave the city, but poof, suddenly he's
Hold on. Amulet? Ancient?
Yes?
You sound concerned, Private.
Well, it's just... Corporal Tahar's channeling amulet disappeared from his former chambers 2 weeks ago.
Chambers.
Hold on. Are you insinuating that my son, stole it?
I'm not insinuating anything, ma'am. However, General Arif, this might be worth looking into. If this really is Tahar's amulet, then it might be of great help in the Wolfguard's mission.
I don't know what's more shocking. That you refuse to help me until there's the prospect of material gain, or that you actually believe that my poor baby stole from the fabled Corporal Tahar. Oh well, I suppose we have to make do with what we have.
What does this channeling amulet do?
You should probably ask a circle mage about that. The way I understood it, it allowed Tahar to channel energy on the battlefield in order to create a Titan.
Titan?
Yes, a projection of his soldiers' spirits is how Circle Mage Undergast called it. Depending on under whose banner he conjured it, it was different. Apparently Tahar found it in some Hibernian ruin. I never saw these Titans though, so it might just be hogwash.
When you say adventures, what exactly do you mean?
Well, he fancies himself a hero. Spends all day imagining himself besting monsters rather than focusing on his studies. And then he runs off to do guardians know what.
Why don't you look for him yourself if you're so worried?
What kind of question is that? Do I look like I can go traipsing around in the wild? I'm not a warrior, General.
Did he say anything about where he was going? Or how he intended to save the world with this artifact?
Well, not really, but he kept talking about a ruin near a mining village. Oh, my poor baby. You'll look for him, right, General? He's a handsome boy, noble face.
Don't worry. I'll find your son and return him to you.
Guardians be praised. Thank you, General. That's a great relief. Tell him to come back to Mama once you found him. I'm sure he already misses me.
How couldn't he?
Yeah.
Let's see what's new. No problem.
Alright, I think we're good here.
War after war has scarred Fiara, altering the tides of power across much of the continent. In Nortender, a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged kingdom.
Oh. There's King's Crossing right there. Wooden Wall outskirt. Travel to the Howling Steppes. Well, I don't know.
The stretch of land between the border of Hallett and the rugged mountain home of the dwarves is known as the Windwall Outskirts. The mining towns in this region serve as vital trading hubs, with traders coming from all across Fiara to barter for precious moon silver. It is said that 100...
Help! Someone help!
Wait. Hear that?
Yeah, another damsel in distress.
Yes. Come, let's see what's wrong. Are you okay? What's wrong?
Oh, greetings, traveler. You seem well armed for someone upon the road. Allow me to petition your aid for my daunting quest.
Why are you talking so strangely? Who are you?
Perhaps you have heard of me. I am Iria Elathiel, Iria of the Light.
Why, it is most humbling to meet you, Iria of the Light. You are a legend among us mere soldiers.
Thank you, oh brave footman. I do what I can for the safety of all Io.
And we shall be forever grateful for your courage. Pray tell, Iria of the Light, what is this perilous journey you speak of?
Well, do you see this ancient temple here? The other heroes of Nortander are trapped within.
The heroes of Nortander? But Iria of the Light, that cannot be. The temple is sealed. How did they get inside?
A complicated question which I fear your soldiers' minds may not comprehend. Yet, I shall try. On our journeys, we obtained a magical device that alters small portions of reality. We used it to gain entry to the temple, but no sooner had the others gone through, the opening vanished. I have had no word from them since.
Guardian's Grace. Tell me, Iria of the Light, is this device perchance called a vinculum?
So you know about it? Yes, indeed it is. We turned to the black market to acquire this rare piece.
I wish I have Iria with
me. The crown's coffers must be deep indeed to afford such an item.
We have a patron. Her donation is for the good of all.
That's impressive.
And what do you seek in this temple?
Well, during my trying years as a vagabond, I heard a rumor about an ancient creature locked within. My good friend and the protector of Io, Corporal Tahar, possesses a most valuable artifact that allows control of such creatures. They, brought it with them.
Son of a... They actually stole the channeling amulet. Why, a most noble cause. Say, Iria of the Light, do you require our humble aid to rescue the amulet? And your friends?
I was hoping you would say that, noble footman. But there is one conundrum. We need to find a way into the cave.
As it turns out, I also have a vinculum. I can use it to reopen the temple.
By Ellen, you do? Oh, that's amazing! Please help me get them out.
I just hope we don't end up stuck in there.
Let's give it a try.
What do you want?
Why is there a group here? That's just weird.
Yes?
Just weird. Alright.
Oh, yes?
Broken pottery and shattered chests litter the temple's halls, covered by a layer of undisturbed dust. The debris, along with the sealed entrance, hint at the disturbance that once befell this sacred site. And while the easy riches are long gone, there is still a sense of discovery, like a message in a bottle that washes up on a distant shore.
Whoa! Iskrim is dreadfully injured! Gore the Changeling, use your healing magic, now!
Boo daloo daloo.
Ah, blazes, I'm hurt.
These must be your friends. Hold on. Do you hear that noise?
Yes, that's something big. And it's angry.
Who is Iria of the Light? You have brought aid. Greetings, I am Corporal Tahar, the child of the betrayer.
Is she? Here we go again.
Give it a rest, Lana. They're here to rescue you.
We do not break character, Iria of the Light.
I hate to be a bother, but this bite really stings. And those monsters are pretty incredible, but they don't look too friendly.
Let me guess. You must be Aston. Your mother is worried sick about you.
Mother? Well.
Iskrim the Smith, keep...
Okay, time to stop this nonsense. You're injured, Aston. What happened to your leg?
One of the spiders bit me. Do you hear the fighting from down the hallway?
They sound like the world's ending, so yes, I hear them. Did you summon those titans?
Yes. Look, it wasn't supposed to happen like that. We did the summoning ritual, and then all of a sudden the spiders came crawling from everywhere, and one of them bit me. And then the titans appeared, and one of them like a rock, and the other one like a big ugly spider, and then they started fighting each other.
They've been like that for an hour.
Slightly whiny.
But it looks like that spider thing is getting the upper hand. I don't even want to start to imagine what's going to happen if it kills the other Titan and breaks loose.
Indeed.
How on Io did you awaken those titans?
We are mighty mages, and...
Honestly, we don't know. We just brought the amulet close to the ritual site and it started glowing. The rest happened by itself.
The kid must have magic in him. Or the girl.
I see. Your friend here said the temple opening closed after you passed through. What happened?
Well, the vinculum got really hot, and then it shattered. As soon as it did, the wall reverted back to how it was.
Can't trust everything on the black market.
Looks like we have to deal with those titans. We can't risk either of them going on a rampage in Hallett.
Wait, you're actually going to fight them? With fireballs and swords and...
If the titans get out, it could do a lot of damage.
This'll be a tough fight, General. Just pointing it out.
No need to remind me. Kid, hand me that amulet.
Of course.
That power. It's intense. All right, I think I know what to do. Those spiderlings are probably some kind of catalyst for the spider titan. Killing them will probably weaken it, and allow the other titan to destroy it.
And the other one? We just say pretty please and hope that it goes back to slumber?
No, we use the amulet to banish it. It'll already be weakened, so it should be possible.
You sound dreadfully optimistic considering you've never used this amulet before.
Because she's a hero. Heroes can do anything.
Not really. I just don't know how else we're supposed to beat a 20-foot monster.
Oh, well, still... This means you're going to use swords and magic, right? We shall accompany you on this perilous quest and...
You shall be quiet and take care of your injured friend. No buts.
Make it good.
Okay. Do I need to put on this amulet? Yep. Apply empowered to ally titans. You don't have melee abilities yet, so there you go.
All right.
Oh,
Kill
so that's
the
the
spiderlings
dwarven
before
one,
they
and
reach
that's
the
the,
openings. They're keeping the Titan alive.
Move in.
My undead should handle this.
Lead on then.
Is that the best you can do?
There you go.
What do you fancy? Oh, miss me.
What's this?
you need.
The Brood Father. I like how in SpellForce lore, the male are the dominant ones in the Dark Elf Society.
It's down!
Use the amulet on the other one, now!
I am!
There. It's over.
Are you sure?
Yes. Let's check on the youngsters. We did it.
So we heard. Tiara's breath. This was incredible.
We'll get you to a healer. Now look, this isn't a game. You could have gotten yourself and a lot of other people killed. This amulet. You can't just toy around with things like that.
I know.
But it's not a game to us. We want to protect people. If war comes again, we don't want people to be afraid.
But why pretend to be other people?
They're heroes. They stood up to the purity even when all seemed lost. We just wanted to be brave like them.
I understand your motivations. But if you want to make a real difference, you should do so as yourselves. No more pretending.
Ourselves? But we're not heroes.
Of course you are. You're Aston, a hero of Nortander.
Are you sure that's a good idea, General?
They acquired a vinculum, used it, and then almost successfully awakened a Titan, all on their own. Aside from the danger, that's impressive.
Really? You think we could be heroes?
I do. But maybe start with smaller goals, like helping a merchant whose wagon breaks down. Leave the Titan summoning for later.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. All right then. Back to Greykeep for provisions.
Wait, we're not pretending anymore. Who says you get to be in charge?
I do, dummy. Now let's get moving.
Well, that just happened. Good thing we recovered the amulet, though.
Yes. I'm surprised nobody mentioned it before. This is going to be a great help on our mission.
You're planning to use it on the battlefield?
If the Queen allows it, and with caution, yes. Come, let's head back to Greykeep. Aston's mother will be waiting for us.
Oh, I can just teleport out right here.
War after war has scarred Fiora, altering the tides of power across much of the continent. In Nortander, a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged kingdom. A new Desolate and austere for as far as the eye can see, the howling steppes carve a no-man's land into the heartland of southern Fiora. Intense storms can form with little warning on the windswept plains, but pass just as quickly, thanks to the relentless winds that define the region. Only those who wish to be
I didn't realize how much I missed this site.
That feeling of coming home never gets old.
Cheery place.
All right, let's look for that exile. Yes? What is it?
I have this.
So, Iria, back in the Purity Wars, did you really have no idea what you were in for when you worked for Lacane?
Royals and... Wait. I know you. My Ava's boy, right? What are you doing here?
I should ask you the same thing, Morangi. You think you can come crawling back to the Aliani after what you did?
So you know. Ancestors. I thought I'd have more time.
You don't deny it? Is this what the outside world has done to you?
Ah, like father, like son. Your head is buried so deep in the steppes you could never understand.
Then tell me.
Who are you, anyway? And why is Kayawu with you?
General Erev, commander of the Wolf Guard. Kayawu is helping us stop Sheog dead.
Is he now? Then perhaps there's more to him than I thought. I wasn't planning on killing anyone. I snuck into that merchant's stall to take his coin.
Thievery. Wonderful.
I knew this merchant locked up his coin in his stall every night. Foolish, but it was the perfect opportunity. No one was supposed to be there. But while I was picking the lock, he returned. We struggled, he pulled a knife, and then before I knew it, he had gone over the wall.
And then you took the gold and ran.
Yes, he had no use for it anymore.
But why were you stealing the gold in the first place? Your selfishness cost the life of another. You always said our isolation was wrong, that we didn't need our laws to be better than our baser instincts. But look where you are.
You think being able to say, I did nothing wrong, makes you a good person? The Aliani are living in a fantasy. Their peace is only possible because they refuse to do anything. But that's not peace. It's apathy. That illusion vanishes out here. I wasn't going to do nothing. I wasn't going to let my little girl die because I didn't have the coin to save her.
You have a daughter?
Yes. And she was sick. The ways of our people would have had me pray to the ancestors and nothing more. She was going to die without medicine. Medicine that I couldn't afford. So I stole the gold. You tell me what that makes me.
A thief.
If you disagree with the Aliani
And
so
now a
much,
murderer.
why did you come here?
I may not agree with my
I don't care
people,
what your reasons
and they
are.
may not want me. But I am still Aliani. I wanted to see my homeland one last time.
Where is your daughter now?
Safe with her mother. The coin got her the medicine she needed. You will never find them.
You split up so the soldiers would follow you, not them.
Yes. They will be safe and taken care of. And I will pay whatever price for it.
However noble your intentions, nothing will erase the fact that you killed that merchant.
Yes, I know. I'm not trying to excuse my actions. A life for a life. Kill me, outsider, and be done with it.
What?
I came out here to die. I won't rot in some prison.
No. You're an exile. You forfeited your right to these lands.
Kayavu, what is more important? Being right or being kind? You're with these outsiders? Why didn't you stay in the village?
This isn't about me.
No, of course not. Well, outsider?
Kayawu? What do you think we should do?
I don't know. Truth be told, my head is clouded with storms.
Well, we're not letting him go.
It's up to you, General.
I won't kill you. The Crown will judge you for your crimes, and you'll be given a punishment accordingly.
No, I won't go back there. Kill me.
I'm sorry.
Sheog dead take you. Kill me, damn it.
Need something?
Kayawu? Are you okay?
He gave us no choice. Despite what he said, it ended in suffering. I need to think about things. Could we talk when we're back in Greykeep?
Sure. Let's go.
Fair lady.
What? Whoa. Oh. I can attack my own allies because he has a healing staff.
War after war has scarred Fiara, altering the tides of power across much of the continent. In Nortender, a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged kingdom. A new
Okay. Let's turn in the quests.
Atop the mammoth stronghold of Greykeep sits
And
King's
then we can
Vantage,
finally advance the
a
main
gathering
story.
place of merchants, servants, and nobles alike. From here,
What the?
My poor baby. Look at you.
I'm fine, Mommy.
You couldn't have been more careful with him, General. He's got these bites all over his leg. Here, just take it. I won't have Lady Ara spreading rumors that I don't compensate. Tiara's blessings, General. Good day.
500 gold.
Go
That's
ahead.
it?
the Throne Hall, the inviolable inner sanctum of Greykeep.
I went in the wrong door.
General, thanks for checking in.
How are you doing?
Still thinking about what Morangi said.
What about it?
I don't know. But maybe he had a point. Am I so different from him? I told my father I wanted to be someone who actually did something. Maybe I was foolish.
You're not foolish. You left out of a desire to help people. That's called caring.
Morangi was trying to help someone he loved.
You're not him. Just because you started from the same motivation doesn't mean you'll end up the same. You control your actions.
You're probably right. Still, Morangi was pushed into his actions by desperation and fear. It makes me question whether he was right, that our belief about resisting our vices is just wishful thinking. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if I'm helping my people or betraying them.
See? That doubt is good. Change is always happening. Sometimes for the better, sometimes not. But what's important is you're aware of it. Don't be afraid of change. You'll come out stronger on the other end.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that before. I don't know if anything is clearer to me, but I'm glad we talked. You really know how to help people.
Anytime.
Let's get back to it then.
Hey, thank you.
Yes, General?
Anything else?
Thanks for the chat.
Of course. Listen for the storm.
Now.
War after war has scarred
Let's
Fiara,
finally go back to the main
altering
story.
the tides of power across much
After
of the
what,
continent.
an hour of just wandering
In
around doing
Northanger,
side quests?
a fragile hope for peace drives the efforts to rebuild a ravaged.
Okay. King's Crossing it is. Ooh, we get to finally build stuff. Let's play the dwarves. Because I already played the Dark Elves 3 times in a row, and I don't want to do that again. And I mean, the humans has new units too. Dwarves.
The air
I
is
haven't played a
still,
dwarf in a long
and the
time.
sky a piercing blue. There's silence among the Wolf Guard
If
as
there's
you
anything
ride
to complain
towards
about
King's Crossing.